Who would you rather have, Tyreek or Jettas?
Well, long term, or just for one game.
How do you want to go, Tyler?
I feel like we should
I'd
go
say season.
not long term because I think the
Yeah.
obvious answer is
It's
Jettas.
Jettas just because of age.
Yeah.
Yeah, season.
Oh no, just if you were the GM and you had to pick one of the two, just to start your
I would
team
like to go with the
that
Super Bowl
season.
analogy. If I had to pick him and he has my ex receiver to win the Super Bowl,
I'm going Tyreek.
I'm going
Tyreek.
Tyreek too. He opens up the game plan for everyone else also.
See,
He's really tearing Connor apart.
See,
Those are his guys.
my cousin was over yesterday. We were watching football and like we were talking about who's the best receiver, and it was before Jettas started going crazy. I was like, it's Tyreek for sure, easy, no doubt. And then I saw him start going nuts. I was like, holy shit! Like, dude, they knew it was going to him. And it's like the same shit with Kelsey in that Raiders game. They knew it was going to Kelsey in the red zone, didn't do shit. They knew it was going to Jefferson, you couldn't do shit. That's so tough.
So you made the question if you're drafting a team right now, but like you just need him for a season.
Yeah. To me, Tyreek's just too much of a mismatch. Like, Jettas is crazy, and he's like an all-around guy, but Tyreek opens other guys up too.
I was
is
gonna
the thing.
say,
like,
I feel like it's disrespectful to say like, you can scheme up Jefferson. I don't know if you can scheme up Tyreek's speed.
that's my point.
You just might not have the horses in the race to go down the field with him.
That was my point.
And even
Yeah,
if you
so
do
like-
like last week, everyone else still eats.
Another
what I'm saying.
thing.
He opens up other
the
people.
Vikings, we've seen them have those like where if Kirk like that, and they're still they have a great record. They're making it work. You get my point. Where if sometimes Jed doesn't get going, it's hard for everyone else. To get going.
In the playoffs, if you look at it, a lot of it's based off like momentum and big plays. And I think that's why the Bills got Von Miller, because all they need is that playoff, one or two plays. Tyreek's going to give you that every time. Justin Jefferson's just going to put you through hell all day.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that the play in the
Tyreek
Buffalo
can flip
game,
a game.
dude. The play
Several plays. Are you talking about the
just
in?
a long touchdown?
Yeah, the in.
Dude, he took a slant 60 yards to the crib in the fourth. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say Tyreek.
Oh, you all said Tyreek?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. It's my own question too.
I have one last thing to say.
And I
After
stumped
Connor, I
myself.
have a good point too.
All right. I think Tyreek Hill is the best receiver in the league. But if I have to choose between Tyreek and Justin Jefferson, I'm going to pick Justin Jefferson for this reason and this reason only. I think for Justin Jefferson, you can have him outside and he can work, do his magic, whatever, no doubt about it. But with Tyreek, if I'm an offensive play caller, I think there's a bigger hurdle for trying to get him open and trying to do all these plays to like get him open deep and whatnot. Like you saw Andy Reid, they kind of struggled last year when Tyreek was the only guy, and you're like, I have the best receiver in the league. I have to get him open some way. That's a big challenge to do, especially with somebody that's going to be double teamed the whole time. Jefferson can be double teamed on the outside, and if he's getting all the attention, maybe he does a little bit better.
Before you go, Dobbs, that's like this just made me think like you have to have the O line for Tyreek for sure. I'm just thinking about the Super Bowl play, Mahomes to him, that the wasp shit, whatever they're talking about. Mahomes had so much time back there. Like he stepped up in the pocket, yeah, but like if you don't get, he's not gonna go deep, and you gotta have the O line. So, like, I don't know.
I don't know, but Tyreek's eating on short routes this
Well,
year.
yeah,
too, which
I know, but I'm saying. But
I
like,
thought
if you
Tyreek was like not one dimensional, obviously, but like I thought he really excelled in just deep shit. Like he's eating in the intermediate, the short. Like it. Mike McDaniels is like using him to his full capabilities this year, and it's like I didn't think that he could perform better than previous years, and he is. Like it's crazy.
No, exactly. And you basically said this in your thing, but this is for me what makes a difference, because I actually literally had this discussion the other night too, and this is exactly what I said. If you give me Tyreek, I guarantee I'm gonna have two guys at all times on the defensive side committed to him. I have a guaranteed mismatch somewhere in this field that I can take advantage of a hole in the zone, something. I know that safeties, no matter what, gonna be following him. Even if he's not, it's a touchdown. Like it's like if you give him that snap and the quarterback reads it, you just throw it high and far enough, and you know what I mean. It's gonna be like there's no way he loses that rep. Versus that's the thing is, Jettas, you might be able to, if you have the right corner, give 5, 6, 7 one-on-ones a game. And if your corner can hold up, it's a huge advantage. Like, that's, and with Tyreek, you're never going to get, and big third down situations and shit. Versus you literally cannot do that with Tyreek in those third down situations. Because if you do, it's just that he's going to cook you, and there's literally no two ways about it.
I'm gonna ask another question, but like, who do you have more trust in to take a 5-yard hitch route to the crib? And I think that's just what solidified it for me. Like, Tyreek's going to do that.
Yeah.
The way you're right. No, you're right. And I think Tyreek's the best receiver in the NFL, probably has been for a while now, but it's just like if my head coach is some average offensive coordinator, say Nick Sirianni, and it's probably a harder job to scheme Tyreek open just because of like the attention that he draws than it would be for Jefferson or an AJ Brown.
I agree with that.
Like the 5-yard slants, like Tyreek's smaller. Yeah, he has the potential to take to the crib. But, you know, if they're playing tough coverage and he's got a guy on him, Jefferson's probably coming down with that when Tyreek's not. So you have the advantage
Smaller thing.
Right. You have the advantage of just like having a guy that can truly hold down the X even when he's not as talented or as fast as Tyreek.
I think I thought of a way we can all come to agreements on this because I think it's a good way to put it. We can agree they're basically both the best receiver in the league. I'd rather have Jefferson in the red zone and I'd rather have Tyreek everywhere else. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, that's
Sure,
fair.
yeah.
Like,
That's very
I
fair.
think that's like that.
They're good in, like, you can make the case that they're good in their own situations, like in a certain spot in the game,
Or
Right.
even Jed is backed
Or
up
just-
in your own end zone too, within in your own 15-20, because it gives you so much room to kind of like, I'm just going to toss your way. You need to bring it down.
I want one of those guys on my team.
Yeah, desperately.
Those guys are cool.
You guys just need one so bad.